Parshas Shmos, starts with the pasuk Ve'ele Shmos b'nei Yisrael habayim Mitzrayma es Yaakov ish uveso ba'u. Very interesting pasuk, and introduces to the world and to the Jewish people galut, or galus. So the commentaries on this pasuk give us a hint as to how we Jews can survive galus and go out of galus and triumph and do our job and rectify the world. So a specific commentator caught my attention, Ibn Ezra, on the first pasuk, on the phrase ish uveso. He says something which I think is striking. He says ish uveso, a man and his household, means a man and his children. Yotzei chalatzav. And he says the next part of Ibn Ezra is also fascinating. Ve'ein ba'is b'chol ha'mikra isha. When it says ba'is, the common notion that it's referring to a woman, he says is mistaken. That actually, in the whole mikra, that's never the case, according to the Ibn Ezra. So he said, and the pasuk itself testifies to this. Ish uveso ba'u ki lo ayush nishei hashvatim b'mispar hashivim. The 70 souls that went down to Egypt, the wives of the tribes are not included in that number. So therefore you can't say beso means the woman or the wife. So he says, V'al yiksheh beinecha, don't worry. He says he has an idea, an even greater idea, how men and women can both be included. He also references the Gemara and Yoma, very, very interesting Gemara dealing with the Kohen Gadol. We all know Kohen Gadol can't be Kohen Gadol without a Mrs. Kohen Gadol, and it's worth looking into. Anyway, he uses that to illustrate a point. He says the following: the Ezer HaKohen shehi ishto b'koach bada, the helper of the Kohen, which is his wife, gives him all the strength that he needs to do what he's doing. She's really the helper. He could also be saying that the fact that the Kohen Gadol needs a wife is not necessarily just a nice kind of concept. He should be married. She helps him. She gives him strength. She's his Ezer. So he can't do the avoda without her, period. Right? He can't, and he goes even further, though, with the following. He says, V'hi nichlelas imo. She's included in him. Right? Already, amazing concept. She's part of him. He says, but he takes it one step further. Not just she's his helper. Not she's included within him. He says the following thing. Ki ha'ish ve'ishto hu ha'adam. The man and the woman, the man and his wife, the wife and the husband, together, that's man. That's ha'adam. That it has to be both of them together, that's a person. So I thought this is very striking. And the question is, why does he start Shemot with this? Why does he introduce this here? Obviously, there are reasons he wants to get across. But in a deeper sense, he's telling us that, contrary to popular belief, to really be yourself, you need someone else. You cannot be yourself. You cannot truly achieve what it means to be a person without someone else. So, and specifically without your wife, without your husband. So the question is, take it one step deeper. Why is it sometimes, God forbid, husband and wife are breaking up? I don't know. There's lots of reasons, but to admit that you need someone else, you have to be vulnerable. Not only you have to be vulnerable, you have to have accepted that there are parts of yourself that you don't like, but you accept them anyway. And so what it means, ish, you take it one step further, ish v'ishto, meaning opposites, right? So when I'm really good, right, I look away from the bad. But what he's saying over here is, and the opposite, God forbid, is also true, right? People who are engaging in something negative typically don't think about the positive. What he's saying over here is, we must accept the opposites within us. by accepting the opposites within us, and accepting that all of them are from Hashem. So then when I'm with someone else who's my opposite, I can accept them and learn from them how to fix those aspects of myself that need the most fixing. And so the key to, and we take it, so this is between man and wife. Let's take it one step further, right? So I have the people I love, and then there's all those people I hate, or the people I agree with, and then the people I disagree with. What he's saying here is, it's specifically the people who you disagree with, who push your buttons, right? Those are the people you need the most, because those are the people that make you complete, right? And why do they push your buttons? Because they represent some aspect of yourself that you haven't yet accepted. And so the deepest teaching going into Gullus is, we're going to be spread out. This one has this opinion, this one has that opinion. We're going to be spread out all over the world, and spread out not only over the physical world, but over the mental world. And the deepest teaching is, in order to survive this, not only survive, but to come out and give the world an example, we need to learn to accept ourselves. And and that process of accepting ourselves allows us then to include all the quote-unquote others who aren't ourselves. And that's really the key to Jewish survival. And I think that's why Ibn Ezra chose this message to start off the Galut. Thank you very much. Have a great Shabbat.